They always tell you to trust your gut. That small, nagging voice in the back of your head that tells you something is wrong, even when everything looks normal. I used to ignore that voice. I used to think I was just being paranoid. But after what happened last November, I've realized that being paranoid is sometimes the only thing that keeps you alive. I'm 24, and I live in a quiet suburb in Ohio. It's the kind of neighborhood where people leave their porch lights on and kids play in the street until dark. My apartment is about a 15-minute walk from the local train station. Usually, I take an Uber if it's late, but that night, my phone had died, and I figured it's a short walk. What could go wrong? About 5 minutes into the walk, I noticed a silver sedan parked under a broken street lamp. The engine was off, but the headlights were flickering. Just a faint, rhythmic pulse. As I walked past, I caught a glimpse of the driver. He wasn't looking at the road. He was staring directly at me through the side window. He didn't move. He didn't blink. He just watched. I quickened my pace, my heart starting to thud against my ribs. I turned into a narrow alleyway that serves as a shortcut to my building. Halfway through, I heard the sound of a car door slamming behind me. Then, the slow, heavy crunch of footsteps on gravel. I didn't look back. I started to jog, but the footsteps behind me didn't speed up. They stayed at the same slow, deliberate pace. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch. It was like he knew he didn't have to run, like he knew I had nowhere to go. I finally reached my apartment building, fumbling with my keys in the dark. I burst inside, slammed the heavy metal door, and locked Italiano. I ran to my window and peeked through the blinds. The man was standing on the sidewalk, right under my window. He was holding something in his hand. At first, I thought it was a phone, but then he raised it, and the light from a passing car hit it. It was my wallet. I must have dropped it when I started jogging, but he didn't leave it on the doorstep. He didn't knock. He just stood there, opened my wallet, took out my heat and looked up at my window. He smiled a wide, unnatural grin and whispered something I couldn't hear. Then, he tucked my ID into his pocket, dropped the empty wallet in the mud, and walked back to his car. I called the police, but since he hadn't technically broken in, there wasn't much they could do. I moved out the next week. But even now, in my new place, I sometimes look out the window at night and see a silver sedan parked at the end of the street. It's never the same car, and it's never the same spot, but the feeling is always the same. He has my ID, he knows my name, and he knows exactly where I used to sleep. To the person in the silver sedan, let's not meet again.